Hello everybody, it's Maikito. I hope everybody's having a good day, has had a good day so far. First of all, happy Easter to everybody, depending on when you're watching this video. Hopefully everybody is gonna have a good day, spend time with family. If not, in general, just had a good day. We have a pretty good slate for a Monday. I try to get this video out early as well because, as always, me too, I'm gonna have to try to spend some time with family. So I found some plays. Not all the plays are posted, but as always, if I do have any added plays, it will be in the pinned comment either later tonight or tomorrow, but I'll just get straight into the picks. My first play is Yangel Herrera to go higher than 0.5 shots at home for Girona going up against Betis. He's averaged 1.62 shots per 90. He went over in the first game away from home, in which Betis on average only allowed 8.4 shots to opponents. That's really good defensively, and he still went over. And now he's playing them at home, where Betis, when they play away, go from 8.4 shots allowing at home to 12.7. So they allow more shots away, and he already went over in the first game when they allowed less. He's a long shot taker. 25% of the shots he's taken in the league have been from outside the box, 8 out of 32. And he's also in the box for set pieces. 6 out of 26 of the shots that he has taken have come from set pieces. 15 shots have been with his right and 4 have been with his left. And the reason why is because he's 6 foot tall and he wins 91% of the aerial duels that he takes, that he goes up for. So he's really good in the air. Really good for his height. He's gone over his last 9 out of 10, so he's in a good run shooting wise. And they play in a 4-3-3. He is one of the 3 midfielders. He plays next to Martin and Romeo, and he's the attacking midfielder. Martin and Romeo are the ones that kind of sit back more on defense, and he's the one that goes up whenever they're attacking, so that's even better for us. In general, he's gone over an 18 out of 21 stars. That's an 83% hit rate. And in the last, he's played 10 home games as well and gone over a 9 out of 10. 9 straight. He only missed the first one. Besides, Girona in general are only 4 points away from relegation, so they need to be aggressive. And he very likely plays full minutes. He's played full minutes in 16 out of the 21 starts that he has played. And it's a good line at home, no matter who they play. So like Yangel Herrera to go higher than 0.5 shots. And then the second player prop that I found that I like is Luca Pellegrini to go higher than 0.5 shots away from home for Lazio, going up against Genoa. First of all, it has slight plus money, which is always good to take. And he didn't play in the last game in the Europa League against Bodo Glimt, so he's fully rested. And he doesn't start too often, but now that Thankszs did pick up an injury and won't be back for a couple months, he will be starting in this game, or should be starting. And in 5 starts that he has played in the league without Thankszs in the game, he's gone over in all 5 games, and that's including pretty tough opponents like Bologna, who allow the least amount of shots, Roma, who allow the 8th least, and Fiorentina, who allow the 10th least. And Genoa, on the other hand, they allow the 10th most, and I say most because they're like right in the middle. They're an average team when it comes to that. And 2 league games ago, Thankszs had picked up an injury and he came out for him, played 66 minutes and went over with 2 shots. And the reason why is because he's a left back and he moves up whenever they do attack. So he's not like he's just staying back there. He's going up there to attack, which is good for us. He's a long shot taker. 8 out of the 10 shots that he's taken have been from outside the box. That's an 80% hit rate. And whenever they take the corners, he's one of the players that sits outside the box. 2 of his long shots have been from corners. So if a defender tries to clear it away and it lands to him, he will take that shot as well. Besides, Genoa do not play possession and they're weak at defending the wing. So that's perfect. Lazio will hold the ball more, which means he'll be able to play up more. And they can defend the wings, which is where he plays. So he can make the overlapping run. And he has a player like Zaccagni who will pass in the ball and he will shoot. Besides, now that Lazio are eliminated from the Europa League, they need to try to get a top 6 spot to try to get European football for next season. So they're going to be aggressive as well. He just needs 1 chance, and against Genoa, who have pretty much nothing to play for, I expect them to get 1 chance and to shoot. Plus that plus money, so why not? Look up Pellegrini to higher than 0.5 shots. Before I get into the money line plays, as always, I would really appreciate it if everybody liked the video and commented as well. It helps boost the video out to more people, whether it's just showing support, asking a question, anything. I try to read all the comments whenever I can and try to answer all questions to the best of my ability. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on notifications so you're notified when these videos are out. And you can also get notified from my Discord if you're interested in joining that in the description. It's completely free, not a subscription, just so you can talk about your plays, other people's plays. Talk about other sports. It's just a good community I'm trying to build, and I send notifications out when the video's out to the public. And I say to the public because I do have the membership available for those that are interested. You get the videos out even earlier than what you usually would, and you also support the channel just a little more. If you're not a member, those that are already got this video and these picked up for everybody else. Never necessary, just for those that want to support the channel. And all my links for everything else, as always, in the description. So I really want to thank anybody who supports me in any way. I have one slip for tomorrow's slate. This one is on Fliff. I have the other ones that I've been posting have been on Oakland, but I found a little better value on here. So that's where I made the slip. And you can currently get this for -135. And the first one is in the Italian Serie A, and that's higher than 0.5 Lazio goals away from home going up against Genoa. They're coming off that penalty shootout loss against Bodo Glimt. And as disappointing as it was, they need to move forward. They need to just, it happened. They can't do anything about it. So now that they're out of that competition, they can't guarantee themselves a Champions League spot. So if they want to get not even a Champions League spot, just a European spot in general, whether it's Europa League, Conference League, whatever, they need to move up in the league. They need to be at least top 6. They're currently in 7th, 1 point behind 6th and 5th. 3 points behind 4th and 5 points behind 3rd. So with 6 games left, they're not far off. So this is a good matchup for them to try to get some points against them. They played them at home earlier this season, scored 3 against them. So they did good against them earlier in the season. We just need them to score 1 in this game. And with Isaksen out, which is a winger for Lazio, due to suspension, I see Lazio starting both Dia and Castellanos, who are 2 strikers, which honestly I really like. The fact that they're going to be playing 2 strikers and we just need them to score, that's even better for us. And Genoa have a decent defense, but they always struggle against these bigger teams. They've conceded against Juventus, Inter, Fiorentina, Roma, Napoli. They struggle against these big teams. The defensive record is better against these smaller teams. And I see Lazio scoring at least 1, so like higher than 0.5. Lazio goals going up against Genoa. And then the second place in Spain, La Liga, and it's higher than 0.5 Girona goals going up against Betis at home. They are dangerously close to the relegation zone. They're 2 positions above with only 4 points differentiating them from the relegation zone. And it's really due to their away form, which is why they're this low, and not when they're at home. Whenever they've played away, when they scored 13 goals, all the way up to 25 when they've played at home. This prop has said in 11 out of 14 games, and the only games that they didn't score was against Vallecano, who allowed the 7th least goals, Sociedad, who allowed the 6th least, Real Madrid, who allowed the 4th least, and then Alaves, who is also fighting relegation. So in general, both teams really just were trying to scrape a point in that game. They scored in the first game away from home, where Betis is better defensively, and Betis have conceded 21 goals and 15 away games. Besides, Betis just came from an away game in the Conference League and drew that game, while Girona, on the other hand, since they're out of the European competition from early on, they are fully rested, so they're playing a Betis side who is traveling again, who's going to be tired, which is better for us, and we just need Girona to score at least once. They have a fully healthy midfield, and their attack is pretty much fully healthy as well. They have scored in the last 4 out of 5 games, and at home I expect them to get at least 1 goal, especially since they need to try to pick up some points and avoid relegation. So like higher than 0.5 Girona goals going up against Betis, and this is a slip that I like for -135. Thank you everybody for watching. I'll quickly go over last video's picks. No reason to sugarcoat it. It was not a good day at all, unfortunately. That's one of the reasons why I didn't have a video yesterday, because I just wanted to have a day to just kind of recoup and just I didn't want to force any picks, and it was a frustrating day, so I didn't want to just find picks and just post a video with me just being frustrated in general. Hence why I didn't post. But we had Grifo. He had 2 assists. Decided to pass, I guess, didn't shoot. We had Rayo to take a shot. In general, Mallorca didn't even take that many corners in general. Pellegrini didn't start. I had Larina to play. He pushed, so that was okay, I guess. And then the 2 moneyline plays, the City Barca one, Celta scored in the first half, and so that would miss. City hit their part. And then the Freiburg Napoli one was just a no-go in general. Usually, I would say... I like the reads, and I would make the same again. But honestly, this time I was probably just bad reads on my part, so I do apologize for that. Obviously, I'm never going to post any picks that I don't like, and I did like these. But you guys know, as always, whenever we do have bad days, we will bounce back. And hopefully tomorrow we bounce back strong. I really like these plays. We took the day off, so hopefully for Easter, we can have that extra good luck and do good when it comes to these this Monday slate. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.